biggest and baddest collection of wood and steel. Since 1892, roller coasters have been at the heart and soul of this great place. From the Switchback Railway to Top Thrill Dragster, Cedar Point has been the very proving ground of the most technologically advanced thrills. Low to the ground, high above the clouds, launched, winged, floorless, these machines take us to places we've never been. We look to the future as we honor the 17 screen machines that have paved the way for thrill seekers around the world. Magnum XL 200, 1989. Force 2000. Top Thrill Dragster 2003. Gatekeeper 2013. History, this roller coaster legacy will continue here at the roller coaster capital of the world.
All of us here at Cedar Point are so excited to welcome all of you, and welcome to our roller coaster lineup, Valravn, the tallest, fastest, and longest dive coaster in the world. Rob, they're supposed to cheer after we say cool things, right?
Yes.
Is that how that's supposed to go? Okay, good. My name is Tony Clark. I'm the Director of Communications here at Cedar Point, and I'm very honored to be in great company with these gentlemen here on stage, and you're going to meet them shortly. All of them have a great passion for the industry, and they're committed to continuously giving our guests the best experience here at Cedar Point. To talk about the roller coaster first, though, I want to introduce the man who's essentially responsible for all things creative for Cedar Fair Entertainment Company, including Cedar Point. He also is responsible for the design of our world-class roller coasters. Please welcome Senior Vice President of Cedar Fair's Planning and Design, Rob Decker.
My gosh, what a great day. I know it's finally the cat's out of the bag, right?
Finally.
Well, actually it's a bird, so I have just one question to start. Who would dare rise above all others, towering over other giants of the industry with world record-setting, fear-inducing thrills? 2 words, starts with a C. Come on, people. Right. Only Cedar Point, roller coaster capital of the world, can develop a coaster and in one foul swoop shatter 10 world records. That's just not done in this industry. Only Cedar Point, with the world's tallest, fastest, and longest dive coaster, Valravn. So let me tell you about Valravn. First of all, it's going to be the 18th roller coaster to reign over Cedar Point. It's going to find its rightful place right here on the roller coaster capital of the world. And only Valravn, which is I call it a bad A bird, okay? I'm going to say attitude because my mother watches these videos. But only a bad attitude bird can claim this dominance. So let me tell you a bit about Valravn. First of all, Valravn is immense. It's B-I-G, big. I mean, this thing's huge. First of all, the train itself is 8 across, 8 abreast. 3 rows, clear view of everything in front of you. But if you can imagine being out on that outer edge, those will be the best seats for the thrill seekers. It's going to be great for the dynamics. The track itself to support this massive bird weighs 3 million pounds. 3 million. Boom! That is huge for a roller coaster. So this thing will take its place as a massive development right on Cedar Point's midway. Right at the apex, this roller coaster will perch and hold and wait in anticipation to drop. That drop is the tallest drop of a dive coaster in the world. It's that free fall that we're after. We want your stomach to be able to flip 3 times before you drop. 90-degree free fall drop. 22 stories, 90 degrees straight down. It's extreme and simply extended to maximize this ride. The most inversions of a dive coaster, the first powerful move being the tallest Immelman maneuver in the world. Look, there's a lot to talk about here. I'm going to go through the stats. But I want to recognize Bolliger and Mabillard as our supplier and designer of this coaster. So let's hear it for them. A very, very special announcement about that today. It's fabricated right here in Ohio, and Valravn is B&M's 100th roller coaster. Those guys know what they're doing. So this is a landmark ride, and we are so proud, and Valravn is so deserving of that honor as well. So here are the 10 world records. Tallest dive coaster, 223 feet tall, towering above all others before it. Fastest dive coaster, 75 miles an hour. Longest dive coaster, 3,415 feet. We want to maximize that experience and deliver a heck of a ride. Most inversions, 3. Longest drop, again, that's the point of this coaster. Drop, dive, free fall, 214 feet, a world record. Highest inversion of a dive coaster, 165 feet. So all of those are the stats of the ride, but here are the fun ones. This is when it gets really fun. Only Cedar Point. Most roller coasters taller than 200 feet at one amusement park, 5. It's astonishing. Most rides at one amusement park, the world's largest amusement park, at 72 rides. Most steel roller coaster track at one amusement park. Here's where I'm going to geek out a little bit. 52,125 feet, but that's 9.9 miles of track, and the most roller coaster track in total, not just steel, but all counting, all coasters, 60,110 feet, 11.4 miles. It's amazing. So, only Cedar Point, now with Valravn, can build further anticipation and fear for the ultimate thrill. So I have one last question for you. Are you as excited to ride this ride as we are? So thank you again. I'm going to turn it back over to Tony Clark and keep going.
Thank you, Rob. Give it up for Rob Decker one more time. Rob mentioned one of the stats. This is where I geek out as a coaster enthusiast. We didn't mention this, but Cedar Point now possesses the 2 tallest inversions in the world. The first one on Gatekeeper, as you flip over the top of the lift hill, that is the existing tallest inversion in the world. And Valravn will have the second tallest inversion in the world. That's pretty awesome too. So once you ride Valravn, you're probably going to want to tell people about it. You could do that socially, of course, but if you want to tell somebody in person, you usually tell me, other park staff, but the one guy who always takes your concerns and wants to listen to your experiences here at the park is Cedar Point's Vice President and General Manager, and he has a few comments as well. Please welcome Jason McClure.
It's really exciting to be here this morning and talk about Valravn, the latest entry to the roller coaster capital of the world at Cedar Point. It's a pleasure to share the stage with these guys. I'm not going to geek out. They did all the geeking out. But their passion is genuine and palpable. You can see it from Rob. You can see it from Tony in the way they talk and get excited. This is Augie Lococo. He builds the rides. His passion is so big, we can't contain it to the Aldrich Theater. So you have to wait to the construction site to talk to Augie. But you know, really what makes the coaster capital of the world is the team. It's these guys, and we have a bunch of team members from Cedar Point here today. Cedar Point guys, can I hear ya? See you there? They're almost as passionate as them. They're a little tired. They've had a long summer. Thanks for all the help. If you ask someone their favorite holiday and they say it's Labor Day, they'd probably work at an amusement park. So thanks you guys for all the hard work this summer. And really, them combined is what, with our coasters, makes Cedar Point the roller coaster capital of the world. And we're not really shy about that because we've got the track record and the pedigree that demonstrates the truth in that statement. And you can see it from the footage of our rides. Of our 18 coasters, 4 of them, when they were built, were the tallest and the fastest roller coaster in the world when they were constructed. The 200-foot, the 300-foot, the 400-foot marks all met for the first time and exceeded at Cedar Point. 5 of our other rides of their kind were the tallest and fastest in the world of that type of roller coaster when they were built. And that was what we wanted with Valravn. You know, when we talk to our guests, that's what they expect from us. They want rides that are bigger and better than they're going to get anywhere else in the world. So we'd like to take your feedback and put it into the new attractions and things that we do at the park. We look forward to adding to this skyline with another ride that's going to be the tallest, fastest, and longest of its kind. Valravn, you saw from the animation video, kind of our thought process behind Valravn is as he flew into the park and checked out all the coasters, he wanted to take some of those elements, right, from our other rides and make a one special ride for him in the park over by the marina. And the exciting part about the dive coaster, of course, is the dive. That moment when it sits there and pauses at the top of the hill, just for the riders to know long enough and realize what's about to happen, that you're going to drop over 200 feet straight down. And also for the spectators, we listen to our guests too. Some guests don't want to ride the big rides. They come here for the beach, they come here for the shows, they come for the family rides. But you know what they like to do? They like to watch the rest of the riders on these big rides. And we make sure we make that part of the experience too. There is a great viewing vantage of that drop. And Valravn makes sure you know when to look, stops there, holds, lets all the non-riders have that moment where they can check out Valravn as well. So we really like to get the guest feedback. build it into the rides. Rob does a great job with his team at P&D of making those things happen. We still haven't figured out the coaster with the tunnel under Lake Erie, although that's probably one of the most common we get that. Oh, I'm not supposed to talk about that. No. Sorry. No. But you know, we're just excited today. Valravn, we think, is going to definitely take its place as one of the main, major coasters, world class here at the roller coaster capital of the world. And something that's different today from our other announcements. We've done a lot of ride announcements here, and we usually show you a couple pictures, let you look at the ride, some animation. Today you're going to have an opportunity to experience the ride in a way no one has ever been able to experience a ride at a ride announcement. And later on, out at the construction site and here in the theater, you're going to have an opportunity for a virtual reality experience with Valravn that's never been done before at a ride announcement. So we're really excited about doing that this morning. Thanks for coming out. We appreciate all your guys' support.
Jason, I was going to actually introduce Augie so people knew who he was. We had Augie on stage. We wouldn't let him talk because we're afraid of what he's going to say. But news media who are here, there's a special opportunity coming up that we're going to explain, and Augie is the man that you're going to be talking to, and that's why I wanted you to see him before we go out to the construction site. Before we finish up with some housekeeping, who wants to take a virtual ride on the screen at least? You guys ready? Okay, so let's take a spin. Cedar Point does not sell diapers, so please be prepared. How was that ride? Also important to note, this is one of only 3 of these in the United States, and that in itself is pretty special that we have it right here in Ohio. So we're very excited to bring this coaster to you. A few things before we wrap up today. The fun is not over. So even though the ride doesn't take flight until 2016, all of you here today have a chance to experience the ride in new and exciting ways over at the all-new Valravn Preview Center. For those of you who have visited the park and wondered what's that weird fence for, that is what it's for. So today, you are the first people who get to experience the Preview Center. Media only, remember I talked about Augie? Media only, specifically you TV people who want to get hands-on, you will have an opportunity to help us build this roller coaster. We have not dug any of the foundations yet. And if you are interested in doing so, let your escort know, and Augie will let you dig the very first foundation as we build history with the construction of Valravn. Okay, so make sure you let them know. There's also a throne, this giant throne that Valravn sits on. You have a chance to sit in it. So grab your friends, jump up there for a photo opportunity, bring your photographer. Photographers take selfies, upload them to social media, hashtag Valravn, and share it with the world. The guests will be able to do that this weekend when we open back up on Friday night for Roller Coaster Appreciation Night from 7 to 11. So make sure you spread the word that that's the first time you can check out the Preview Center. The track. Valravn's track is massive, 6.5 feet wide. It's the biggest track here at Cedar Point, and you're going to get up close to it. You can touch it. You can take pictures with it. You can rub it with a cloth. You can let your kids touch it. Do whatever you need to do. do it now while it's sitting there in the preview center. It will be there for you to check out. The virtual reality experience. We're going to share that with you here shortly, but over at the Preview Center, we have several headsets that will allow you to have immersive virtual reality. This is a little bit more intense and a little bit more extreme than the consumer virtual reality that anybody can try. So we'll have people out there that help you put that on and you can try that out. What else do we have? Oh geez, the social box. Something else that's never been done at a ride announcement. The Valravn social box allows you to step up to it, tweet about Valravn on Twitter or Instagram using a special hashtag, and once it's complete and sees that you've tweeted it, you'll get a prize. And the prize can range from Coca-Cola beverages in the park to souvenir discounts to 2016 season passes. Oh. And who doesn't love free stuff? Okay. Who doesn't? Oh yeah, that's right. Who likes free stuff? That's why I have those guys. Sometimes things don't make sense when they come out of my mouth. Okay, so those are the things that are waiting for you at the Preview Center. But right now, if my assistants could help me, that we're going to have help me with the virtual reality. If you take out your phones, now this is a link that if you use your Apple iPhone or your Android phone, you can download the Cedar Point Virtual Reality app. When you download it to your phone, you're going to put it inside the Valravn VR viewer, which we're going to distribute to most of you today. You plug your phone in, you wrap the cardboard viewer around it, and then you can literally open the app and you can ride Valravn anytime you want. The cool thing about this app is that you can spin around 360 degrees. You can see to the left of you, you can see to the right of you. If you want to look down, you can look down. If you want to look at the sky while you're riding, you can do that. If you do feel sick, please pull it away from your face. We don't have people to clean the theater today. So there's that. So please enjoy those. Download that app and get that going. And finally, we do have a shuttle that will take you to the Valravn Preview Center. I'm going to ask that all of you in attendance, please allow the media members to leave first and to have their time on the shuttles and get out there and start experiencing the Preview Center. We will dismiss all you guys sitting in the theater, so if you want to just sit, play with the application, ride Valravn a few times, you can do that. We'll get the rest of the media out and then we'll send you guys over there. When you're finished at the Preview Center, the shuttle will bring you back to the front gate where you can exit and we'll give you a little something just for showing up today. Don't forget on Friday night, 7 to 11, Roller Coaster Appreciation Night. Just our 17 coasters will be open, including several food stands and several merchandise stands where you can also buy your very first Valravn merchandise. So spread the word. Those tickets are on sale at cedarpoint.com. And finally, all of the Valravn information you need is now live on our website at cedarpoint.com/Valravn. Media members, you're getting press releases, you're getting assets, you're getting everything you need today before you depart, including high-res images, video, B-roll, and more. That just about wraps up our Valravn announcement. Who's excited for 2016? We're excited to get started, so you guys hang out here, enjoy the app, play with it. Media guys, you can head out the door. We'll get you on the shuttle, and you guys can all experience the Valravn Preview Center very shortly. Thank you.